So in this lecture we will study about the span of a vector space. So let's say if you are having vectors u1, u2, u2 up to so on un, they are actually belonging to the set of the vector v. You can also write it as v actually consists of the different or n number of the vectors, and if you do write their linear combination alpha 1 u1 plus alpha 2 u2 up to so on alpha n into un, where alphas are the constants, then we say that they will be spanning, or they can span like u1, u2, u3 up to so on un. So basically the span of a single vector u1 is equal to 2 comma 6 in R2 is the set of all vectors which are the scalar multiples of u1, such that if you write it as 2 times of u1, it is equal to 2 times of 2 comma 6, which is equal to 4 comma 12. Similarly, if you do write 1 over 2 times of u1, this will be equal to 1 over 2 times of 2 comma 6, and it will be equal to 1 comma 3. Similarly, if you do write as 0 dot u1, which will give us 0 dot 2 comma 6 again, and it is equal to 0 comma 0. Thus the spanning set for a subspace for a given vector is by no means unique. By the spanning of the set of the vectors, we mean that is it possible to generate an other vector by using the linear combinations of the given vectors. So for example, the vectors, let's do an example for the vectors u1, u2 up to so on un. Generating the vector space S themselves belong to S means if they generate the vector space S, then they will belong to that vector space as well. So it means what? Here each vector can be written as the linear combination of the set of the other vectors. So let's say if I do write it u1, or in other words, if I want to generate the vector u1 as the linear combination of these vectors that actually belong to a vector space S, then this can be done by writing as 1 dot u1 plus 0 dot u2 plus 0 dot u3 plus up to so on 0 dot u. And similarly, by this spanning we mean if I want to generate u2 from these given vectors, then I will be writing 0 dot u1 plus 1 dot u2 plus 0 dot u3 plus up to so on 0 dot un. And similarly un vector can be generated by the linear combination of all these vectors, where only one coefficient will be present, or the non-zero coefficient will be present with the particular vector that we want to generate. 1 dot u n. So whenever we want to check either the given set of the vectors span in the vector space V or not, it means either it is possible to generate an other vector that will be having the same number of components using the given number of vectors. So show that the 3 unit vectors. Next example is you have to show that 3 unit vectors e1 1 comma 0 comma 0, e2 0 comma 1 comma 0, and the third vector e3 is 0 comma 0 comma 1. They span the vector space R3. Now let's first understand the meaning of this problem. It means is it possible to generate an other vector in R3, any vector v that will be having three components v1, v2, v3, using these vectors or by the linear combination of these three vectors. So if I do right, I want actually find the values of v1, v2 and v3 as the linear combinations of these given vectors. So yes, you know that if you suppose v1 to be 2, v2 is equal to 5 and v3 is equal to 7. So I want to generate a vector v that will be having components 2, 5, 7. Then you can clearly see that if you set the first component equal to 2, or in other words, if you choose alpha 1 is equal to 2, alpha 2 is equal to 5, and alpha 3 is equal to 7, then when you will multiply these constants with these given vectors, you can get the desired vector. So you will get 2, 0, 0 plus 0, 5, 0 plus 7, 0, 0, 7. So when you will add up these vectors, you can see you will get your desired vectors. So these vectors actually span in R3, or in other words, you can generate any vector using these three vectors. So from here you can conclude that any arbitrary vector u, which will be having three components u1, u2, u3, and it belongs to R3 because it has three components, it can be expressed as the linear combinations of the vectors e1, e2 and e3. So I can write it as u1 is equal to u1 e1 plus u2 e2 plus u3 e3. Thus, these the three vectors e1, e2 and e3 span the vector space R3. Similarly, let's consider another example. So let's suppose that u1 is equal to 2, 1, 3, and u2 is another vector -1, 3, 2, and we have to find the span u1 and u2. Alright, so we have to find the span of u1 and u2, and we have to give its geometric interpretation as well. So span of u1, u2 is actually looking for their linear combination of alpha 1 u1 plus alpha 2 u2. So let's say alpha and u1 is equal to 2, 1, 3 plus alpha 2 is equal to -1, 3, 2. So when you will write the linear combination equation, you will get 2 alpha 1 minus alpha 2 alpha 1 plus 3 alpha 2, then 3 alpha 1 plus 2 alpha 2, and this should be equal to the set of a vector, or simply equal to a vector that will be having three components, because it means, is it possible to generate an other vector x will be having three components x1, x2 and x3, because these vectors has three components. So is it possible to generate another vector x that will be having three components? So if I will do write in the equation form, then it can be written like that. The next step is to apply the Gauss elimination to solve this system of linear equation. So I will have 2 minus 1 1 3 3 2, while on the right hand side I will be having x1 x2 and x3. The operation is very simple. Let's just swap these two rows, r2 by r1. You will get 1 3 x2 2 minus 1 x1 and then 3 2 x3. The operation that I need to perform is r2 minus 2 times of r1, and it will be performed on r2 because we need to make these entries below the pivot entry equal to 0. Similarly, the next operation is r3 minus 3 times of r1. After performing this operation, we will get, alright, this will be equal to 0. r2 minus 2 times of r1, so minus 1 minus 6 will give us minus 7, and then x1 minus 2 times of x2. Alright, similarly 0, then r3 minus 3 times of r1, so 2 minus 9 will give us minus 7 again, and we will be having x3 minus 3 times of x2. Next we need to perform r3 minus r2 because I want to make this entry equal to 0. When we will perform this operation, we will get 1 2. Here we will be having x2 merely, then 0 minus 7, x1 minus 2 times of x2 and then 0. This will be equal to 0, and x3 minus 3 times of x2 minus x1 plus 2 times of x2 will give us x3 minus x2 minus x1. x3 minus x2 minus x1. In order for the system to be consistent, we need to substitute x3 minus x2 minus x1 is equal to 0, and from here we can write it as x1 plus x2 minus x3 is equal to 0. So this equation actually tells us that it is the equation of a plane, or it makes a plane, and it passes through the origin because you can choose x1 is equal to 0, x2 is equal to 0, x3 is equal to 0. So we actually got what kind of the information from here? We actually came to know that the given vectors actually span in R3 and they form a plane. Means all the vectors that will be lying on this plane can be generated using the linear combination of u1 and u2. Now let's do another example for testing either the given vector span in R3 or not. So let's say u1 is 1, 0, 0, u2 is equal to 1, 0, minus 1, u3 is equal to 0, 1, minus 1, and we have to check either they span R3 or not. So let's consider, or let's try to find its solution. The procedure is we are actually looking for the linear combinations of u1, u2 and u3 so that we can generate another vector that will be having 3 components. So let's say v is an actually vector that we want to represent using the linear combination of u1, u2 and u3. So let's say v1, v2, v3 is equal to alpha 1 into 1, 0, 0 plus alpha 2, 1, 0, minus 1 plus alpha 3, 0, 1, minus 1. If you do write it or if you do multiply them, you will get v1 comma v2 comma v3 is equal to, let's just multiply them, you will get alpha 1 comma 0 plus alpha 2 comma 0 comma minus alpha 2 plus alpha 0 comma alpha 3 comma minus alpha 3. Or in other words, you can also write it as alpha 1 plus alpha 2 comma alpha 3 comma minus alpha 2 minus alpha 3. Equating the corresponding components leads to the linear system, means alpha 1 plus alpha 2 is equal to v1. Okay. v2 or alpha, it is equal to alpha 3, or you can say that v3 is equal to minus alpha 2 minus alpha 3. Similarly, v1 is equal to actually alpha 1 plus alpha 2. The solution is alpha 3 is equal to v2, alpha 2 is equal to minus v2 plus v3, and alpha 1 is equal to v1 plus v2 plus v3. Since we have obtained the solution for every choice of v1, v2 and v3, we conclude that u1, u2 and u3 span in R3. Thus span of u1, u2, u3 actually belongs to R3. So if we choose v is equal to 1 comma 1 comma 1, it means if I want to generate the vector v that will be having components 1 comma 1 comma 1, then from the given solution we can say that alpha 1 should be equal to 3, alpha 2 should be equal to minus 2, and alpha 3 should be equal to 1. So if we will set these values in the linear combination equation, then we can generate the vector v. So v is actually the linear combination of the given vectors. So from all the examples, we need to conclude some important points. The first point is, it is not possible all the time to generate any vector in R3 from the given vectors that also lie in R3. That is not always the case. Alright, but for the vectors that are called the basis of the vector space, that we will study in the next lecture, that are e1, e2 and e3, they will always span R3 because e1 is equal to 1 0 0, e2 is equal to 0 1 0, and e3 is equal to 0 0 1. So you can see, if we want to generate any vector having minus 1 2 or 3 component, we can set e1 or the alpha 1 is equal to minus 1, alpha 2 is equal to 2, and alpha 3 is equal to 3. So from these bases we can generate any vector, or they will always span in R3, but there will be many vectors that will be having 3 components and they will not be spanning in R3. So let's check the given vectors u1 minus 4 comma 0 comma 1, u2 is equal to 2 comma 1 comma 0, and u3 is equal to minus 2 comma 3 comma 2. They will not span R3. It's an exercise and we will discuss this exercise in the next lecture. Thank you for watching.